What's going on, guys? It's Dragos Gaming here, coming at you with a pretty long video. It's 20 minutes or so. It's Smite. It's a new game. It's totally completely free on Xbox and mobile, like your phone, I think, too. But in this game, it's kind of like League of Legends, if anyone's ever played that. I've never played it. I just have seen somebody play it. But it's pretty fun, actually. If you have an Xbox One, you should probably think about getting it, because there are kind of longer matches or whatever these things are called, but still they're pretty fun. And I tried to make it as short as possible by cutting out like the parts that I was just regaining health and stuff. But as you can see, I got a first blood, and then they get a quick 1-for-1 kill right there, and tied up at 1-1. I think there's two different things that you could do. You could have, I think, 45 kills, or the time it takes to get those little bars on the right, those little ones in the middle, to run out on one side of one of the teams. But as you can see, I killed another one right there, and I'm 2-0. I'm pretty sure. Yep, 2-0, and I think one of these games I had a crazy amount of assists and kills. I think it was the one I just finished, not this one. But I had like 20 assists or so, 6-7 deaths or so, because I went on a death streak of like 3, where I'd run in, use all my power-ups, and then just get wiped out, but everybody's still alive. But you do have a bunch of these little power-ups, so you can see in the bottom right-hand corner. They'll give you an advantage if you can get it. And a lot of the attacks that this character Cupid has, like if you hit it, it'll put like a little heart thing above his head. It'll start beeping, like beating, and it will eventually pop and deal a large amount of damage. But yeah, so if there are some kind of like awkward moments where I stop talking, it's just because there's just a lot of time in this video, and it's kind of hard to talk for a whole 20 minutes about what's happening, you know those problems where you just have to talk that much straight for doing something. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I have that problem. But these are these little minions right here, and what they do is, in this particular game mode, you have to get a certain amount of minions and stuff into the other team's portal in order to win, or get to 45 kills. And I just couldn't save that person right there. I think that character is Artemis or something. I'm not sure about all the characters, but this guy is just gonna get ripped to shreds. Little voice. But to get gold and to get like extra stuff in the store, which I have on automatic, but which is like, once I go in here, I think the gold in the bottom left went all the way down. Or it didn't go all the way down. I just bought something. It has it on auto, so I can just get the next thing in line, so I don't have to worry about getting stuff. And this guy tries to come over here and take me out, but we were just like playing a little game of cat and mouse around this area right here, and it was pretty good, because I got 4 kills, I believe, and 4 assists in the first 5 minutes of the recording, but it's only 3 minutes and 15 seconds of the actual game, so that's pretty good. And then this is one of the special attacks that those things just blow up and do a large amount of damage to the people, or to the enemies. And like, see that little heart right there that's what I was talking about? It explodes and does amount of damage to that person. And so then this guy tries to come over here, and I said nope. So I got 6 kills and 5 assists and no deaths. And I spent about 30 seconds regenning and in the store, not the shop, but so I just edited that out. And this is probably one of the better games I've done. This is online. It's not like CPUs and stuff. So eventually, at some point, I think maybe there might end up being 2 enemies that left the game. I'm not positive, but right about here is when I got just 1 hit away from about anything would have killed me. but thank goodness I got there just in time using the little thing. I think it deals some damage, but I usually just use it to jump away. It's pretty effective because I don't get hit by anything real easy. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. It looked like it like skipped ahead. It does that sometimes because in this game, in like past 3 games, like one after it and one before it, I was just like jumping all over the place. There's something wrong with the connection, but it was still playable. It's just that I just kind of skipped around a bit. These little minions, they all just kind of group up in the middle and start fighting each other. And it usually takes a hero to break them up and actually get some minions moving the other way. But as you can see, we're winning. It looks to me it's about 40 or so away. Now it's dropping to about almost 30 in just a second. See, I just skipped away there. But we do end up winning, obviously. You know, because we're pretty good. But I get frozen right here. I almost get taken out right there. I thought I was about to get taken out. And the 2 guys were chasing me, and then someone cut them off for me. Thank goodness, or else I would have been dead. And at that point, I have still 6 kills and 5 assists somehow. But every time you go in that little line where like it has a where it shows I don't even know what it is, like a little glow, that's where you can get a large healing. Like you heal a bunch in that area, and you also get your mana back, and you use the mana to get to use your special abilities, which are in the bottom right, which are basically the damage dealers. But I can still take people out with Cupid because it's kind of OP a little bit, but not that much. It's just has a lot of damage that it can do in a short amount of time, which is why I use it. I used to use Thor. One of the people on my team here is using Thor. Right there beside me, that guy is actually Thor. I used to use him a lot, and I use that ability that he just used as a stun. And I think I get this guy too. If not, I got real close. Yeah, I got real close. He just got away from me. But you know, whatever. That stuff happens. So they can run away, and you just can't quite catch up because all the heroes, or the gods, what they're called, just move at like pretty much the exact same speed for some reason. I'm not sure why, but I just dash into here, and that little thing right there is what I'm in right now, is what I use to get away. And I think it like leaves behind like a little area where some damage is dealt, but I'm not positive, so don't go off of what I say on that. I usually like use it to get away or jump in front of people and stuff like that. But I gave that guy a little heart, and that ends up almost killing him. It allows me to do this and jump around the corner and then get blinded, I guess, and then barely snag the kill right there before I get out of there. I barely squeaked out of there alive. I had, well, enough for like 2 more hits, and that's it. But so as you can see, like massively regenerates your health right there. So I'm gonna like kind of make it as uncut as possible, how I used to do like a little thing in between each clip. That was in Call of Duty, so I didn't really feel the need to do it in this one because, you know, it just kind of breaks up the what's happening in there, you know. And see that's the other special power up where it just drops his health a lot. Well, when I say he, I mean him or her. I'm not gonna be like, you know, whatever it is, where like the stereotype that only boys play video games, but whatever. And I finally got taken down there with a score of 7 kills, 1 death, and 7 assists. Which I'm pretty surprised I went that whole time and didn't get very many kills or assists or anything like that. And then I get 1 and 1 and then I die. Which isn't that bad. It's 1 for 1. But, you know, I'm not a pro at this. I've only played about 10 online games of it. So, you know, it just shows you how easy it is to play it. But if you don't know how to use the abilities and stuff, how hard it could also be. So, it's kind of the same way. New people can play it and do a pretty good job. but also you can not do a very good job. It's kind of like easy and then hard at the same time. It's easy to do good, easy to do bad. And that little thing on the left right there, that's the portal I was talking about, where like the little minions and, well, like they're really just helpers. They can deal damage to other people and stuff like that, but usually not much. There is other game modes. I just decided to play this one for the time being. And this little heart thing right there, that's what kills them and deals a whole bunch of damage to get me to 8 kills, 1 death, and 7 assists. And this guy right here, this little big old dude that was running around, he looks like he's made of ice right there. He's the guy that is usually like the big tank. His name is like Ymir. It's like spelled Y-M-I-R, I think. And, you know, it's some like random type thing. But I think that guy goes all the way around in there and then gets killed. Oh wait, no, he's not even in there yet. Okay, that was a different clip, my bad. But I think I do end up killing him. And I just like, okay, never mind, I guess I don't. I just zoom away. That's what I usually do when I'm kind of low on mana. And you can see the little 2 bars right there. The green one is health, and blue one is mana. And the little tiny one underneath it is the experience toward the levels. In all the other game modes, you start out as level 1, but in this one, you start out as level 3, and you continuously regain health. I mean, not regain health, gain experience throughout the whole game, whereas in different game modes, you only get experience by killing the minions or the little camps set up. I kind of like the idea of gaining experience over time, but it does make sense that you'd have to kill stuff to get experience. You know what I'm saying? I just snagged a kill right there. I used to get in trouble with a little, it's like a turret that can kill you and deals a ton of damage to you. And I think right here I get shut down by this guy. Yep, I do. It's a 1-for-1 right here. He killed me, and then that guy that had chained him right there, you see he died right next to me, had also killed him. And then that's basically what happens for this next like part of the clip, and then I cut it, and then, you know, so in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom. And then I fast forwarded like a little bit and cut it there, so that this is the point where I'd actually be getting into it, because if I didn't, you'd probably see about 15-20 seconds of me doing absolutely nothing, regaining health and stuff. And well, actually I died, so I didn't really regain any health, but I go back to all where the action's happening and all that stuff, you know. And if I had that little booster thing that I was talking about, the speed boost, then I would have been able to get that guy, but I wasn't able to. That little thing. So I didn't, but this guy he tried to kill me about like 6 times during this clip, or this game, or match I should say, but didn't actually end up killing me, but 1 time maybe. And my teammate there, he stole my kill, and I barely squeak out of there, because whatever that ability was that he used on me would have killed me if we didn't have regen in that area and turrets and stuff. But yeah, and I think I popped that guy way over there. He would have gotten away, but that ability that keeps like a little heart above his head is what killed him right there. So these little guys are called siege minions, and they basically do a ton of damage to the portal, I guess, or whatever's inside the portal that you have to destroy or get the max kills. And I didn't know what that little thing on the ground does, but I found out eventually. It is basically, it's like a little trap thing that traps you where you can't move and deals damage to you over time. And also this guy, there he goes again. He tries to kill me and it just doesn't work, and I get him. I think that happens at least twice in this game. But I'm getting chased by somebody right over here, and then teammates cut him off. If you can see on like the little mini map, even though it isn't a mini map, it's kind of like the map of the whole entire arena, where you can see like where people are and stuff like that. I find that pretty helpful, and all the levels of people, or the enemies, are on the right, and your teammates are on the left and stuff like that, you know. And then I don't know what the abilities do, and acquired items and stuff that's on the very left of the screen, in the middle, or what like the aim thing, the left trigger and the letter combo thing. I don't know what those do very well. See, this guy tries to get me again in the middle there, and I think that guy comes in and then he kills him. I would have killed him, but he popped in there and helped me out a bit, stole my kills. You know how it goes. But this little area, I'm just hop in here to regain some health and mana pretty quickly. I'm at max level right now, which is 20. I'm not really sure why they chose that to be the max level. You could have gone higher and still had enough room for improvement. But that right there, that little circle is one of the abilities. It's just a small little damage thing that if you stay in there for long enough, you eventually will drop a bunch of health. And that little ability that I just made right there, those little hearts pop out, deals a small amount of damage if it's in the area of the god that you're trying to hit. But if it's like a direct hit, it decreases the health, I think, by like 25% almost every time. And then those hearts, you can go and you and your teammates can go and pick them up, and it gives you a health bonus. And you know, it just helps you out with your health. It's only a small regen, excuse me, but it still helps a bit. And I got 2 assists on that little play, I guess you could say. And I thought I went over there and I thought I could snag both of them, but I just kept getting assists. I only got 2 assists. And I'm not sure how much of the little lag, the skipping lag, is around here, around this area of the clip and stuff. But it's not much, because right after this little part here where like the enemy team, they're in red on the little bars on the side, are just about to lose and get their portal destroyed, so they're just kind of going all in right now, trying to win and come back or do something at least. So I snagged another kill right there, that guy. And what that little ability does is basically it puts a barrier, and whatever's in there, friendly or enemy, minions and gods, all of them, they can't escape, and whatever's on the outside, minions and gods, they can't enter it. So it's kind of like a ability to whereas you could end up with like 3 of the gods, the enemy gods on one side and just you on the inside, or you could have a bunch of your teammates taking on like a few of their teammates and it being like an even fight and stuff like that. I don't know what god that is, but you know, it's not really important that I know the name of that god. But I snagged the kill right there and barely got out of it, because I was bred in health, and he did a bunch of damage to me because I still have a bunch of health because I'm max level. Even now, I used to have like 300 health, but yeah, not 300, 3,000 health when I used the Thor god, the god Thor, Greek mythological god Thor, you know. I think I've said Thor enough in the past 5 seconds, but that's what I used to use. He had like a bunch of health, but this one is a damaged god, like how in Clash of Clans or something the archers deal with more damage but have less health than the barbarians or whatever. That's just like a little thing that could help explain it. But right there, as you can see, like I couldn't like get inside of there, and I think I barely snagged both of those kills while they were inside there right before that their portal was destroyed. So we won that game. I'm not really sure how the money system of this works. I think it needs a huge buff, because you can't get the gods fast enough because they cost too much. You only get 100 little gold things, or whatever they are, suns or something, per match, because I don't know why. It's just that happens, and it's kind of confusing. I don't understand it. You'll see in a minute. It's at the very bottom right hand corner, and only have like 2,400 or so of them, and you only get like 100 each, and all the gods are 5,500 and above or so. Yeah, right there, only 2,379, and no gems. You can't just earn gems unless you like log in to this like 4 or 5 days in a row or something. But you do have worshippers, which are like who likes the god and stuff. But anyway,
No.
guys, Dragos Gaming. Peace out, guys. See you later.